Okay, multiplying polynomials. We're going to take a look first at multiplying a monomial by a polynomial, so that means one term by multiple terms. The way we're going to do this is by using the distributive property. So in taking a look at this, we want to simplify the following for example 1. Example 1 says we're going to take 2x cubed, which is a monomial, and multiply it by the polynomial x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 5. So again, we're using the distributive property for this. We're going to take this first term and we're going to multiply it by each term inside the parentheses. So 2x cubed times x cubed, and then plus the second term 2x cubed times 3x squared. And then here we're going to have a minus, we can just bring that down, 2x cubed times 2x, and then plus 2x cubed times 5. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use a mixture of commutative and our multiplying powers by powers property to simplify this polynomial. So here we're going to multiply powers by powers. What we do is we add their exponents when they're the same bases. So this gets us 2x to the 6th plus. We want to use commutative property so we can multiply the 2 and the 3 together to get 6. And then powers by powers to do x cubed times x to the 2nd. That'll give us x to the 5th. And then minus, again, commutative property to do 2 times 2, which gets us 4. And then powers by powers for x cubed times x, which gets us x to the 4th. And then again, commutative to do 2 times 5, which gets us 10. And then this x cubed isn't multiplied by any other power. So our polynomial that we get when we multiply our monomial times the polynomial is right here. Okay, so we're going to take a look at another method. Okay, so here we're looking at the same strategy but multiplying a binomial times a polynomial. So our first step is we're going to distribute the first term in the first polynomial to every term in the second polynomial. So we take a look at our example here to find the product of the following polynomials. We've got x minus 4 times x 3x plus 2. The first term in the first polynomial is x, so we're going to distribute that to both terms in the second. So we've got 3x times x plus 2 times x. When we simplify that using powers by powers, we've got 3x squared plus 2x. Step 2 is to then take that and take the second term in that first polynomial and distribute it to every term in the second. So the second term is negative 4. Remember sign and number. We're going to distribute it to the 3x and distribute it to the 2. So we have negative 4 times 3x, which gets us negative 12x. And then negative 4 times 2 gets us negative 8. Okay, the last thing we do is we check to combine like terms. So I see that I've got 2x positive and negative 12x. So we were going to combine those, and we end up getting 3x squared, because that's not a like term with anything else, minus 10x, and then minus 8. Okay, so this is the product of those two polynomials. Okay, one more strategy that we're going to take a look at is the grid method. I don't care if you use distribution or the grid method, it doesn't matter to me. We're going to do the same example 2, but using a grid. So the way that we do this, we're creating a grid where with this grid, we're going to have each term of the first polynomial be the rows. So that means we're going to have x and negative 4 as each row. And then the terms in the second polynomial be each column. So the second polynomial, we have 3x and 2. Okay, each of these boxes represents where we are multiplying our terms together. So here, this box represents 3x times x. I'm going to use my powers times powers, or powers multiplied by powers property, and x times x gets me x squared. So this is 3x squared in this box. This box represents 2 times x, which we know is 2x. This box down here represents negative 4 times 3x, which is negative 12x. And then this box over here is negative 4 times 2, which gets us negative 8. Okay, the second step for this is to combine like terms and then write as one polynomial. So what I like to do is I like to circle whatever terms in this grid are like terms. Right now I see 2x and negative 12x are like terms. And then I go ahead and I combine those and I get negative 10x. Okay, then I take any any monomial that has a degree larger than negative 10x and I put it in front of it. That's 3x squared. And then any monomial that has a degree smaller than negative 10x and I put it behind it, that's negative 8. Right, which is the same answer that we got using our distribution method. So like I said, it doesn't matter to me if you use grid or distribution. Just pick one method, stick with it, and then I'll give you feedback as you go.